Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a video for y'all today all about this palette right here. This is the GlamLite Burger Palette. So we're just going to be chatting about all things related to this palette, like the pricing, packaging, we'll look at some swatches, I'll talk to you guys about the formula and how these shadows are to work with, and then I will also show you a tutorial on how I did this look right here. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so starting with pricing and packaging, the price of this palette is $40, but you can use a coupon code, and that helps bring down the price a little bit. So here is what the outside box looks like. So I mean, it looks like almost like a big pizza box, except it is a burger box, which is so fun and cute. And then on the inside, the actual palette itself comes in a little like burger sleeve, which is super duper cute. So it is in there, and then the actual palette itself is huge, ginormous. It puffs up. This is squishy here. So super duper cute packaging. It's very bulky. So that's really kind of some feedback I would say is I think it's really cute and very well done and adorable, but I would love it a little bit more if it were just a little bit smaller because this is really, really big. But I think this is really fun. So I think this is adorable just for like storage and things like that. I think I would like it a little bit more if it were a little bit smaller, but I do think it is super duper cute and really well done. This is what the inside looks like. So it's got that kind of graphic on the background. There is a mirror up here, and then it's a big kind of slice of cheese with all the colors sitting on top of it. So there's all different topping shadow names to these shadows, which is adorable. There are mattes and metallic-y shimmery shades in here. More mattes and shimmery shades. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmery. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shimmery shades, and then the rest are mattes. Color story of this palette. Overall, there's a lot of warm tones in here, but then there are some kind of greens as well. So kind of those, you know, veggie sort of toppings would be the green ones, and then there's a lot of warm tone shadows in here. So I would say overall you need to like warm tone shadows to really truly appreciate this palette because that's kind of what it's weighted to. But also I think if you like bright, colorful shadows, you would really enjoy this palette as well. Now for some swatches starting on the top left side of the palette, this is pickles, mustard, bacon, sweet potato fries, tomatoes, 1000 Island, caramelized onions, cheddar, blue cheese, avocado, red onions, onion rings, lettuce, spinach, ketchup, and barbecue sauce. So there are all the swatches. And then chatting about the formula of these shadows. So first off, the mattes. Really, really like the formula of the mattes. They are, I would describe them as a silky, soft sort of a formula. So they do kick up some product in the pan, and I would tap off your brush, but I don't notice a lot of fallout on the face or anything like that. They do just seem a little bit soft, but they are very silky. So they are super pigmented. They blend really well onto the eyes. They keep their differentiation of color, but they blend well together as well. I don't notice blending issues with them. So really nice, pigmented, easy to work with, silky soft sort of matte shadows is how I would describe those. And then the metallic-y shimmery shades, they are kind of more of a densely packed, thicker sort of a formula to them. So they're it's almost like they have more binder in them. So they do work with a brush, and I used a brush on part of this look so you can kind of see that technique in action. It works that way, but I prefer to use my fingertip just because that really gets that pop on your lid and really brings out that metallic-y, light-catching sheen to them. So they work both ways, but I prefer to use them with a brush. But they are just that thicker, more kind of densely packed formula to them, but really, really pretty, very shimmery and light-catching. So I do like the shimmery shades, but I think my standout favorites Formula-wise would be the mattes, but I think the shimmery shades are beautiful as well. Also wanted to note that I don't find these fading throughout the day, so they really keep their vibrancy, so that's impressive to me. So I'm just super impressed with the formula on them. I think they're really, really nice. So overall thoughts on this palette, I think it's really nice quality and adorable. So that's the thing with this palette. I think when you first look at it, the whole theme to it and the packaging and the presentation is kind of what instantly sucks you in, and that's like, first off, what I notice is, oh my goodness, it's a burger palette. But then the quality inside is really good too. So I think it's a lot of fun, but then also you have the quality there as well, which I think is really great. So really the only thing I would change about it is I do wish it were a little bit smaller, but quality-wise and theme and everything about it I think is super duper cute. And I think it's just a really nice quality cute palette. So those are my overall thoughts on the palette. So now we're gonna get to the tutorial. Let's get to that. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer and set that. So I'm gonna start out by using some of onion rings. Get some of that on a blending brush. This is an Alter Ego brush. And I'm gonna tap it off a little bit and then just apply this into my crease and transition area. And just softly blend this at the bottom and at the top. Okay, next I'm going to take a little bit of red onions on it's a Colourpop brush, an E9. Tap that off and apply this in my outer corner and then softly blend this into my crease just a little bit, but keeping it in that outer corner mainly. Do a little bit of blending with that first brush. I'm going to take another blending brush. This is a Chique Pro eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to get some of mustard on that. Just a tiny little bit of this. Tap off my brush, and then I'm just putting the lightest amount of this at the top of that crease color. I mean, I'm barely touching, just to get a little peak of yellow. I'm going to do some layering. So I'm going to get some of Bacon on a Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush. Just get that on there. And then I'm just going to build this up on my lid. And now I'm going to take some of Blue Cheese just on my finger. And I'm going to layer this over the top of that color. Kind of ended up making this really like weird sort of a combo, but that I really liked the other day. So just gonna build this up, and I may bring in a brush, that same brush, I'll just wipe it off and then kind of use that brush to blend it. Gonna clean up my brow bone with just a little bit of powder and a shadow brush. Okay, now I'm going to apply some liner and mascara. So I'm going to apply those to my upper lash line and upper lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and applied some concealer, powder, and bronzer. So now for my lower lash line, I'm going to get some of Tomatoes on a small brush. This is like a BH Cosmetics, I think it's a number 10. And I'm just going to put this in the outer half or so, and I'm very lightly touching of my lower lash line. Then along the edges of that, I'm going to get some of mustard and just kind of run this right underneath it. Again, barely touching, just to kind of soften that line and add a tiny, like a shadow of yellow there. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to get some of Blue Cheese, that same really fun duochrome color on. This is a Sedona Lace EB21 brush. So we're going to get some of that on my brush. And then I'm going to spray my brush with some setting spray. And put this right on about the inner third of my lower lash line. I want a little finishing touch, so I'm going to get a little bit of cheddar on a pencil brush. I'm getting just the tiniest little bit. I'm going to tap it off. I'm going to rub it on the back of my hand just a little bit because I want the tiniest little bit on the inner corners of my eyes. just this little pop of golden shimmer. And then after I apply this, I'm going to apply a little bit of CoverGirl Clump Crusher and finish up my look. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So hope that you really enjoyed it and hope it was helpful for you. Please hit a thumbs up if it was, and let me know down below what you think about this palette. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Let me know that down below. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!